Hello, and welcome back. Game. Last time, we found out that the crystals are being awakened somehow. We're not totally sure how, but that's a bad thing. And we know that we've been to 3 lands so far, so it's a pretty good idea to probably go to 4. Since last time, since it's been a very long time, I've completed a few more items on the lunar base. So, hopefully, we will be doing at least a little bit better. Most of the things that I've done, actually I'm pretty sure all of them, have been for specials.
Sitting here in the sun, eating dumplings, for a moment you can almost forget that the world is in danger. Huh? What's the matter, you? You look troubled.
It's nothing, really. Just that whenever I look away for a moment, I seem to end up with fewer dumplings. It's a real mystery. Wouldn't you say, Idia?
Did you say something?
And see? I turned back this way and once again, fewer dumplings. Such an enigma. Isn't it, Magnolia?
Indeed. An enigma.
Did you hear that, my dear Whitson? This has all the makings of a case! Right you are, Sholmes.
Huh?
The owner of those dumplings reports that each time he looks away, his dumplings go missing, one after the next.
Yes. It looks like we have a serial dumpling napper on our hands, Sholmes.
I think they're just being
Are the
stolen
dumplings
from the
being
girls
abducted
next
for
to it.
monetary gain, or out of personal spite? Or is there some hidden tragedy behind it? Quite the conundrum.
What's with those two?
Yeah.
Another plate of dumplings here, please? And some more of that strong brewed tea, too.
Yeah.
And the same here, please. They do seem quite the odd couple.
Sholmes, it's almost time for you to be going.
I say so it is. Blast these interviews.
So who do you hope will recruit you? The hard-boiled police inspector, or the sharp-witted private investigator?
To be frank with you, old chum, I've not been able to decide. One of those, wallaby mochi, if you please.
I believe that's Wadabi Mochi, Sholmes. And I'll have the same. At any rate, how fortunate you are to have the choice. Really, what a family you come from. This inspector from the municipal police is related to you in some way, didn't you say?
Yes, good Uncle Heinkel. Now, Inspector Argent Heinkel, to be precise.
Idio, what's the matter?
And that private investigator, too. Kunoichi Kikyo, the silent sleuth, as her fans describe her. She's from your mother's side of the family, is she not?
What?
Oh, drink, drink.
Here you are, sir. Stay with us.
I'm sorry, but would you mind keeping it down?
Because we know
Are you
those two.
kidding me? You expect me to keep my mouth shut after hearing something like that? Heinkel and Inspector. Kikyo a private eye, for reals?
Just who are you fellows? Oh, I say, this wallaby mochi is marsupialicious.
Soames, so this is where you've been hiding. I'm afraid I'll have to postpone our interview today.
Argent Heinkel, holder of the Knight Asterisk. As erstwhile captain of the Eternian Sky Knights, he was once Idia's commanding officer. A hardened warrior, dedicated to his cause, and trusted by those who serve him. By what strange trick of fate do your paths cross anew?
Inspector Heinkel, pray tell, what is the matter? You look positively aflutter.
There's been a homicide in Stockfort.
In other words, a murder.
Isn't that what I just said? Never mind. Do you want to help or not? You can't have anything else planned.
Heinkel, what's going on?
Idia? You heard us, didn't you? I'm busy with an investigation. Idle questions can wait. I'll be going ahead, Sholmes. I'll see you at the crime scene.
Something just came flying.
A kunai, and with a note tied to it, no less. Quickly, let us examine the evidence. Asked to investigate Starkfoot murder. Must delay meeting. Kikyo. Aunt Kikyo!
Aunt.
Konoe Kikyo, the silent kunoichi, holder of the ninja asterisk. Idia encountered her in Heartschild, when Kikyo served as a key member of the Black Blade's covert forces. Too shy to express her thoughts to others face to face, this woman of many masks hides great secrets within her silence. By what strange trick of fate do your paths cross anew?
Dear Aunt Kikyo, won't you ever speak to me directly? But never mind that. Come, Whitson, her case calls.
Right you are, Sholmes.
Hold up. Can someone explain what is going on?
Watson and
Sergeant Heinkel,
Holmes.
Knights Captain of the Eternian Sky Knights, is now a hard-boiled inspector in the Unohana PD. And Kikyo, lethal assassin of the Black Blades, is now famous as the Silent Sleuth?
Things certainly have changed. And what about those other two?
Oh, Sholmes and Whitson? They said they were members of a sleuthing club.
A sleuthing club? So they're private investigators too?
Not quite. Apparently it was a school club, but they've kept at it since graduating. They're just playing detective.
Give me a break. Aren't they both older than me?
Oh, but that Sholmes fellow comes from quite the family. His grandfather was a world-famous private detective. His father is a police commissioner, and his mother is a celebrated mystery novelist. What's more, his aunts, uncles, and cousins are all involved in solving crimes one way or another. What a pedigree.
So, what should we do, Idia?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
Well, I mean, as the Eternian representative in the party.
I was afraid you'd mention that. They said they were going to Starkfort, didn't they? Come on, guess we are too.
Starkford. For sale by owner. Starkford's sad history. What a curious place. It looks so intimidating from the outside, but it's also so bad. As if some great dream ended here. And it's true that Starkford is all that's left of some men's dreams. This place was once the headquarters of a faction called the Swordbearers. You guys know that this country was embroiled in a civil war until just a few years ago? Yes, a long war of two opposing factions, the Shieldbearers and the Swordbearers, which pitted brother against brother. Commander Goodman was the leader of the Shieldbearers, wasn't he? He was. The two factions were meant to complement one another, one to protect the crystal, the other to quell enemy attacks. But as time went on, the Shieldbearers came to assume political power, which didn't sit well with the Swordbearers. The leader of the Swordbearers tried to ally with the Duchy, which was working to spread anti-crystalism to other lands. Then they began a bloody coup without listening to the Duchy's efforts to dissuade them. The Duchy wouldn't abandon the Swordbearers in their hour of need, so they dispatched their finest, the Black Blades, led by none other than the Swordmaster Kami Izumi himself. You remember him, right? He was also Idia's master who taught her the way of the sword. So that's the truth of how that war first broke out, and it all began right here at this forbidding old fort. It did, which only makes it all the more baffling. Who in the world would consider this a prime piece of real estate? Your guess is as good as mine. Hey, do you guys know the tale? Any weapon could he wield, yet on his heart he wore a shield. To friendship could he never yield. Why, Satanta, why? Subsegland had to sigh, then he gave the reason why. Show them strength, and don't be dismayed. Show them strength, don't be dismayed. Do not let your courage fade. Perhaps that's how true friends are made.
Idia, you're late.
I'm sorry, sir. We were just... Wait. Why am I in trouble?
Miss Idia, forgive me. I did not realize that you were acquainted with my dear Uncle Heinkel and Aunt Kikyo.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Just don't tell me about any more of your relatives.
Now then, allow me to bring you up to speed. The victim was one Lord Earl Gulliver, famous around these parts for his considerable wealth. Real well known. He was alone in this room when he was stabbed in the back by an unknown assailant. He appears to have died on the spot. These three here claim to have discovered the body simultaneously. First, we have Lord Gulliver's wife, Madame Golddigger.
Gold digger.
Next, the current landowner of Starkfort, Mr. Land Lesser. And finally, Lord Gulliver's financial advisor, Noah Interest of Iceland.
No interest.
The murderer is within our midst!
Soames, get yourself under control, or I'll do it for you.
So sorry, Uncle. I just always wanted to say that.
So the three of you discovered Lord Gulliver's body simultaneously. Could you tell us the circumstances?
We came to inspect the property. My husband was interested in purchasing it as a vacation home. At
Really?
first, we toured each floor together. Earl, myself, and these two. Until we reached this top floor, that is. My husband, a military history buff, became so enamored with this room that he showed no sign of leaving.
And so we escorted the madam down to the 5th floor to show her a bit more of the fort.
Of course, this was the
My
planning room
word.
for...
Did you see him? He's like a child in a candy store.
And why shouldn't he be happy? Why, to have such a young and beautiful wife at his age, Lord Gulliver is a lucky man indeed.
Now, if you would allow me, madam, it would be my pleasure to show you the 5th floor.
No, if you don't mind, I'd like to look around on my own a bit.
Of course. As you wish, milady.
Wow, she has no fear. The monsters in
Real
here wrecked
character,
me.
isn't he? To think of buying a gloomy fort like this as a vacation home. And his wife. A young woman wanting to be left alone in this kind of place. She's an odd duck herself.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have not a bad word to say about either if they take this place off my hands.
Fair enough.
Indeed.
Oh, back so soon, milady?
Yes, I've seen more than enough. Is my husband still upstairs?
Engrossed in the ambiance of the fort, no doubt. What say we go rouse him from his reverie?
And so no one had gone in or out of this room that whole time? If so, that would practically make this a bona fide locked room mystery.
Indeed so. Mr. Lesser and I were standing at the base of these stairs the entire time.
Precisely. And no one went past us to reach the upper floor.
And the murder weapon.
This single-edged dagger here, it was found on the floor beside the victim. It matches up to the stab wound as well.
I've got it! The murderer must have prepared a weapon of solid ice, which he or she then used to deal a blow to Lord Gulliver's head.
Genius, Sholmes! Then the ice would have melted, leaving us with no murder weapon.
The cause of death was clearly the stab wound. I'll thank you not to muddy our investigation with frivolous conjecture, Sholmes.
My dear Whitson, have a look at this rope.
Brilliant, Sholmes. Surely the murderer used this rope to lock off the room after escaping.
That's our rope, you fools! It says YHPD right on it!
Do you see that there? A dying message. The murderer is Whit. Whitson,
You couldn't have! Sholmes, you know I would never.
Just having a laugh at your expense, old chum.
I hate to say it, but aren't those two just getting in the way?
Yes.
You do well to ignore them. His parents begged me to give him a chance. I suspect it was much the same for you, Kunoichi Kikyo PI.
Yeah. Definitely. There's nothing for me on this floor, so we must preserve the scene. Crime scene management is vital. Don't you clodhoppers touch anything. Whee! I'd appreciate you staying out of our investigation. We're professionals, but if you do find a clue, you'll tell us, right? The criminal is among us now, I think. I may not be as excited as Shums, but I do feel a bit of a thrill. This has become quite the mess. Me? I didn't do a thing! Why would I want to decrease my property value even further? Oh, my love. I only...
That's all we've learned about Lord Gulliver, sir. Carry on, then. We need to determine the motive, whether it was monetary or some personal grudge. Next!
Inspector Heinkel, sir. We searched the walls from top to bottom, but found no evidence of any secret passages.
You gave them each a good whack, I trust?
A good what?
I'm asking whether you were thorough enough to give the walls a good hard knock or not.
No, sir.
Then don't say you searched top to bottom. Get some more men and start knocking walls before I knock you one in the head. Leave not a single stone unturned. I want every inch of this fort searched.
Yes, sir.
Uncle, I must say, my deductions have led me to believe that the murderer must have hidden beneath...
Oh, we have work to do, Sholmes. Try not to get in the way, will you? How about you, Idia? Have you noticed anything odd?
I'd say the banker and the landowner both strike me as a bit suspicious.
The banker more than the landowner.
You think so, hmm? Well, what have we found out?
Sir, we did a background check on Mr. Lesser, but found nothing particularly noteworthy. He seemed quite pleased with the prospect of having Lord Gulliver take both the land and the building off his hands.
Yeah.
The same for the banker, Mr. Noah Interest. He stood to gain nothing from Lord Gulliver's untimely death.
Huh. Okay.
Any ties between the two?
None. They say that today was their first time meeting one another.
If those two weren't in cahoots, then this really is a locked room case. We've found no evidence to identify a suspect definitively. But if we consider motive alone...
The one who would benefit most from Lord Gulliver's death would be his wife, who stands to inherit all his massive wealth.
Miss Gold Digger?
True, but would she really try something so obvious?
So you thought so too. Let's look into her story without any preconceived notions. Listen, men, every shred of evidence we gather brings us one step closer to catching our perp. A formal investigation is painstaking and laborious. But if we're thorough in the task, we will surely bring the culprit to justice.
Yes, sir.
What command! What presence! Now that is what true detective work is all about! Sorry, Aunt Kikyo, but I think the Force is the place for me to lead an investigative team. Oh, surely you agree, my dear Whitson?
Hey, finished the bioplant. Two. Yeah, 2 hours is the shortest. Here we go.
To think that you became a private investigator. Well, I guess it's no more surprising than Heinkel working for the police. So tell me, how does the Silent Sleuth see this case?
To be a private investigator, she had to have been hired by someone. Otherwise, she wouldn't be here. Wonder who hired her.
As talkative as ever. That's some trick to pull off an investigation without ever opening your mouth.
All we know at present is that the victim was stabbed in the back with no sign of any struggle. We can assume that the murderer was someone close to the late lord, which rules out Mr. Lesser, as the two had only just met today. However, that fat banker might be a different story. Mr. Entrus is worth looking at, as of course is the young wife. She has the most obvious motive, but we have no actual proof, not to mention how she could gain entry.
La vache.
That is simply astounding. I've never heard anyone speak so rapidly. It's like she didn't even stop to breathe.
Yeah. It's been a while, but it never fails to leave an impression.
Sholmes, she spoke! Right you are, old chum. I dare say we have just experienced the Silent Sleuth's ninja power. Breathtaking.
But Kikyo, do you really think she could kill him in one go with those skinny arms?
Quite so. Aunt Kikyo, there must be another suspect hiding beneath this very...
You! Zip it! You know, Kikyo, the murderer must have been a pretty skilled assassin to pull this off. Someone as skilled as, say, you?
What?
Lord Gulliver was stabbed right through to the heart. To deal such a blow with a rusted and neglected knife, such as this one here, would surely take two hands and the full weight of a body behind it. Yet look at this. The silver blade is discolored and there's purple mottling at the base of the neck. Evidence that the blade was coated with some kind of poison. All the murderer had to do was scratch Gulliver's skin, and here, this cut on the victim's leather belt shows that there was at least one missed strike, a derelict weapon, a wasted poison, a needlessly difficult method of killing. In short, this murder was no experienced assassin, but a rank amateur.
Right, not at all your style. I'm sorry for suggesting it. Which leaves us with the wife as the prime suspect after all.
Madam Golddigger, I'm afraid we'll need to take you into custody as a material witness.
You mean, as a suspect? Oh, ridiculous! I didn't do it!
I can understand why you might say that. Madam, I do not enjoy using force. I suggest you come along quietly.
What insight, what acumen, to determine so much from a single knife! It pains me to discount my uncle's work, but there is nothing so impressive as the instincts and deductions of a private investigator.
Well, it helps that she's a former assassin.
Do you not agree, my good Whitson? The poor woman. Material witness or no, to be confined to the very room in which one's husband was brutally murdered.
At least she should be safe, with the room being locked and all.
Keep watch on Madam Golddigger. No one comes up or down these stairs, got it? Sholmes, what do you two intend to do?
We thought to examine this floor in further detail.
By Jove, I think I've got it!
What?
Sorry. I just had the sudden urge to say that.
Ugh. The rest of you come with me. The lower floors need thorough inspection.
Huh? What happened to Kikyo?
Before we knew it, she had dashed off somewhere. Oh, and she left behind this note.
Investigating downstairs. Maybe she has a lead.
Madam Golddigger hasn't come down this way. Don't you go up there and mess up my chalk outline. I understand the urge, but I put time into that. I did not do a thing. You must believe me.
Oh, Miss Idia.
So, I hear your family is something else, Sholmes.
I wouldn't say that.
Really? Grandfather, a famous private detective? Father, a famous police commissioner? A best-selling mystery novelist for a mother? Not to mention Heinkel and Kikyo. I'd say that's pretty darn impressive.
Perhaps. Unfortunately, I'm far less so. To be honest, it's quite a burden. I had hoped the two of you might understand how I feel. The daughter of the Grand Marshal of Eternia, and the young heir to the illustrious House Genealogia.
Well, you know yourself best. So, what are you gonna do? Planning to enter the Unohana PD? Or is the life of a PI more for you?
They both have their own appeal, of course. Should I join the police, master the art of leading an investigation, and hone my innate leadership skills as I work toward the top? Or should I use the deductive genius I was born with to become a famous PI, solving cases that have baffled ordinary minds the realm over? Miss Idia, which do you think would be a better use of my considerable talents?
Well, when you put it that way. Basically, it comes down to whether you'd rather start your career working for Heinkel or Kikyo, right? I bet whoever you turned down would try and convince you to reconsider. With force.
Do you really think so?
Yes.
Both my aunt and uncle seem frustrated with my aimless nature. I've come to think that they might even be relieved to not have me follow in their footsteps.
You may be less of a self-important spoiled brat than I thought. That's some insight after all. I guess it does run in the family. My advice would be to just watch carefully how both Heinkel and Kikyo approach their work.
Observation is one of the most fundamental skills for any investigator, to be sure.
Don't give up.
You know, I've got quite a lot of work waiting for me, so if I could just go back to the bank, or maybe not. Sorry. Beep.
Oh, you're not with Sholmes?
We are fast friends and partners, but even we don't spend all our waking hours together. On a case, we stick to our own specialties and try not to interfere with each other's processes.
Your specialties?
Sholmes tends to rely on instinct and inspiration to make his deductions. I prefer to quietly analyze the details of a crime. I suppose we are both the products of our environments.
You also come from quite the family, huh? No less impressive than Sholmes, at least.
Oh, please, come off that. Sholmes' grandfather was a world-famous detective. Mine was a world-famous detective's aide. Sholmes' father became police commissioner, while mine was never promoted beyond lieutenant. His mother is a best-selling mystery novelist. Mine, a best-selling mystery novelist's assistant. Sholmes comes from a line of brilliant deductive geniuses, while I come from a line of glorified sidekicks. There are no Inspector Heinkels or Silent Sleuth Kikyos among my relatives. Not that I'd expect the heirs to the houses of Lee and Genealogia to understand.
So what are you gonna do once Sholmes figures out his career path?
Who knows? I can only do what I can, quietly, out of the spotlight.
I see. Sorry to interrupt your investigation.
He's almost like a different person when he's not together with Sholmes.
It is truly Sherlock Holmes and Watson. And now Starkford will become one of those properties. No one wants a murder victim house.
Oh, Idia. I'll not be taking any ridiculous questions about why a knight like myself is now working for some backwater municipal police force.
Heinkel,
Do not worry. I have not betrayed your father's trust, nor have I turned my back on Eternia. My business is mine alone. Further prying will get no more out of me.
Murderer.
I would not object to telling you the tale, but now is not the time. I suggest you desist.
Inspector, you must see this, sir.
Understood. I'm on my way.
Heinkel,
What more can you have to pester me about?
just, why are you still wearing that? I mean, you don't usually see a crime scene investigator in full plate armor.
Ha! Have you ever seen me in anything else? It'll take more than a job change to get me to lay these aside. Not to mention my great shield.
If you say so.
That's funny.
Sir!
Ah! Can you simpletons go 1 minute without hounding me? What is it this time?
It's Madame Golddigger, sir. She's dead.
What's that you say?
I heard a noise and came running, but she was already cold.
Did she do this herself? A murder-suicide?
Who was she hired
Fine
by?
mess this has become.
The madam is dead? Oh, say it is not so!
Madame Golddigger as well? But what about the sale?
That's hardly.
Is it true? Lord Gulliver's wife dead as well?
Whitson, quick to the scene, I see.
Ugh, everyone's already here but you, Sholmes.
So, Madame Golddigger is also dead. This is surely a case of murder!
Jones.
And just why do you think that, Sholmes?
Call it a sixth sense? A flash of insight? A strong hunch? And it tells me now that the murderer is hiding beneath that table! Wait, huh?
Come, Sholmes, even for you, that's a bit... What's that?
A note. I shall follow where you go. Did Madame Golddigger write this?
She killed herself out of grief over the loss of her beloved husband?
No. This was surely planted by the murderer to lead us astray. A personal challenge from the true culprit.
Hang on, where's the challenge in there?
There must be a hidden message. If we look at the first letter of each sentence...
There's one sentence.
There's only one sentence!
Oh, enough! We start the investigation from the top. Yeah, what a miserable day.
This I must say this one is more entertaining than the one with Artemia and Ominous. Stalwart Shields. That Heinkel fellow, is he a native of Hartschild? I'm pretty sure he is. He's of an age with Commander Goodman, too. Really? So Captain Heinkel and the Commander could have been childhood friends? One a shield specialist, and the other is commander of the shield bearers. You think they ever what? Well, you know, varying shield sizes? That sort of thing. Well, I'm sure they may have been rivals of a sort. Not that we'll ever know for sure. Heinkel never would talk much about his life before joining up with the Duchy. Wait, I've got it. Maybe they were rivals for Fair Eleanor's hand. Ooh, I like it. See it now. Duel of passion atop Eisen Bridge. For 3 days and 3 nights, neither would give an inch. Hold on, I feel like I've heard this somewhere before. But Lady Victory looked upon young Goodman with favor. And Heinkel, bearing the shame of defeat, stole away from Heartchild, never to return. Da da da. Ooh, that has to be it. That settles it. I'm totally going to go ask Heinkel. Me too, me too. We'll get the truth out of him if it kills us. I swear, I'll never understand why girls go in for that sort of thing. So, how did it go? He bopped me on the head. With the gauntlet. Me too. But we won't give up. The truth is out there. The truth remains hidden, but perhaps it will reveal itself once it claims another victim. I was just having a little jest. Please don't glare at me like that. I suppose we can rule out Madame Golddigger as a suspect now? Me? I didn't do a thing! Why would I want to decrease my property value even further? This has become quite the mess. We must preserve the scene. Okay. Item. Okay, same as before. You.
Heinkel, how sure are we that this room is really secure?
We've been over every inch and found not a single hidden passage. It's a sealed chamber if I ever saw one.
Kikyo, you stayed here when you were with the Black Blades, didn't you? How well did you all know the fort?
When I was stationed here as part of the Black Blade's covert forces, I knew every hidden passage in this fort. It appears, however, that there have been renovations since then, which could very well mean...
All right, listen up. I want you to go over every square inch of this room with a fine-tooth comb. Leave no stone unturned.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, Uncle Heinkel. We'd like to have a word with you.
What is it this time, Sholmes?
I just thought, perhaps we should consult with Mr. Lesser. He is the owner of the fort.
Not bad.
Renovations? I'm afraid any such work would have occurred before I acquired the property.
But you should have records showing the name of the former owner, yes? The one who carried out said renovations?
Yes, I believe I do.
I thought as much. Just as you should have records of the two of us working here. Isn't that so, Whitson?
That's true enough.
I remember it well. We were still students then. It was the best pay we'd ever gotten.
Why, yes, it was.
You heard the man. Go to Mr. Lesser's office and bring me the names of everyone involved with the renovation work.
Yes, sir.
They actually worked here. That's funny. It seems the case is drawing to an end. Do not give up now. You are close to the truth. By the by, did you happen to see a noble figure swathed in green? If you did, would you let me know? Our lives belong to that man. Now, Idia, there is no need for you to look so pale. We are warriors. We are always prepared for our fates. Could this be the revenge of the many Eisenberg soldiers who died within this very fort? Sholmes, why would you...
Not too shabby, Sholmes. You might have what it takes to pull off an investigation. With careful police work and keen instinct, both.
I wonder. In truth, I still can't decide. Am I best suited to the life of an inspector, tirelessly pursuing criminals through steady, thorough investigation? Or am I destined to become a genius detective, using logic and inspiration to track down the most evasive criminal masterminds?
You gotta pick one, huh?
Let me think some more. I've already decided. I think the better one for him would be private investigator, so naturally I'm going to do the opposite, but I needed to save first.
To be frank, I'm still not sure what to do. Am I best suited to the life of... Or am I
A police inspector is the life for you.
I think you should follow in Heinkel's footsteps. You'd make a great inspector. Now's not the time for you to be running around on your own as a private eye, with nothing to guide you but your hunches. Start off by working with people who have experience. Learn the ropes of how to investigate, then go from there. If you do that, I bet you'll make a great inspector someday.
Why, yes! When you put it that way, it's elementary! I'll train to become an inspector under my dear Uncle Heinkel's tutelage.
Kikyo?
I was asked by your parents to help you find a job. A sheltered little fool I barely have any ties to, but still I agreed to watch over you, even though I would rather do anything else. And this is how you repay me, you ingrate?
Kikyo?
And you. I knew you had more muscles than brains, but are you truly so foolish as to think that you could suggest that Sholmes become an inspector and it wouldn't end with you battling me, idiot?
Defeat Kikyo and you'll obtain the Ninja Asterisk. Note that you will not receive the Knight Asterisk. Choose wisely. Knight. A well-rounded warrior with excellent offense and defense. Wield a single-handed weapon with 2 hands for added destructive power. Ninja. A swift, stealthy fighter who can dual-wield weapons with impunity. Phase your foe with a flurry of faster-than-the-eye attacks. You bet I'm ready for a fight.
Oh, give me a break. The silent sleuth ninja Konoe Kikyo appears. That's what you want to say, right? So let's get on with it already.
Alright. $20,000 HP. That's fun. Kunai stolen. Of course.
Here I go!
go. Lydia gained a level. Magnolia gained a level. And I got a Gale hairpin. And the Ninja Asterisk. Ninja, a fast dual-wielding fighter. High power when dual-wielding, favors daggers. Specialty dual-wield, job command, ninjutsu.
So I lost to you. Who'd have thought you were this strong?
Who are you?
The game is up, Whitson. There's no place for you to run.
What?
You hoped that I wouldn't follow my Uncle Heinkel in his line of work. You didn't want a formal investigation to uncover the truth. That you were here at this very fort 2 years ago. That you knew of a certain feature of this fort, and that you...
Let us end this charade.
Whoa!
When all you had was a laughable dream of becoming a private investigator, I could turn a blind eye. But when you finally gave up your ridiculous posturing and did some real detective work, you became quite the nuisance.
What have you done with Kikyo?
I don't have to answer to you. If you care so much, find her yourself.
Get back here! A secret passage! So this is how the perpetrator...
Sometime later.
And so they found the real Kikyo bound up in another of the fort's hidden corridors?
That's right. I'm just relieved she wasn't hurt.
Wow, Whitson is strong.
Sholmes says she was lured out by a false promise of information, then taken captive.
But in the end, we still don't know the truth of what happened?
Well, thanks to Inspector Heinkel's investigation, several facts have come to light.
Lord Gulliver's murder was the sole work of Madame Goldigga, who was after his fortune from the beginning. She heard about
Had
the
a
hidden
feeling.
corridor from Whitson. Apparently those two have a history together.
She just happened to hear about it?
Whitson mentioned the corridors when Lady Goldigga told him that her husband planned to purchase Starkford. Perhaps he also mentioned how ideally suited it was for staging the perfect murder.
A murder she then decided to carry out.
Whatever he knew or didn't know, Whitson hurried to the crime scene under the pretense of investigating with Sholmes. Then Madame Goldigga misread his intentions, thinking he was there to help her. She tried over and over to get him on her side. In the end, she even tried threatening him, though we'll never be sure with what.
But what about the note we found? I shall follow where you go.
There were quite a few theories flying around about that note, weren't there? The Madam might have written it, or...
The truth seems to be that Lord Gulliver wrote that note himself.
He did?
I guess coming to Starkford and getting caught up in its history sparked the creative urge in him. That note was from a novel he was working on. They found the continuation of it with the rest of his belongings.
Oh, so it was just a red herring.
Forgive me. It's my fault for jumping to conclusions like I did.
Apologizing for a bad hunch? Who are you, and what did you do with the real Sholmes?
I'll take that as a compliment. Uncle Heinkel, Inspector Heinkel, has been teaching me what it means to truly be a part of a real investigative team.
Sholmes, we have a case!
Yes, sir.
Go cordon off the scene and begin collecting evidence. I'll get there as soon as I can.
Yes, sir.
Crack that whip, Heinkel. Looks like you have some high hopes for him.
Well, as it turns out, his insight has proved quite invaluable to our investigations. The day might even come when he's the one ordering me around.
You don't seem too upset about that.
If you'll excuse me, I'm due at the scene. I can't let that sniveling little upstart think he's in charge quite yet. Be well, Idia.
Aw, I might have gotten the better ending
It seems you
first.
chose well, Idia.
Oh, well.
Everything's working out wonderfully.
Oh, well.
Not bad if I do say so myself. And I'm relieved that I gave Sholmes good advice for his future, too.
Excuse me, can I get a soybean mochi and another cup of strong tea?
Make that 2.
One for me, too. Let's make it 5 sets.
Coming right up!
But there's only 4 of... Oh.
Yeah. So it was that Idia's decision laid the foundation for the rivalry between the Phantom Thief Whitson and Inspector Sholmes. Though none realized at the time how far-reaching would be the epic battle of minds born that day. A friend disappears into the walls of Starkfort, destined to become a foe. So begins a new chapter in the legend of Inspector Sholmes.
Why, hello. It's so nice to see you again. Will you be staying the night, or are you just here for a quick bath? We have rose baths today. Every bath is filled with beautiful petals and exfoliating thorns.
That sounds great, Sakura. But actually, we could really use your help.
A ship, you say? I fear I'm just a humble stewardess. You should speak with Lord Arima.
Lord Arima?
Yes, the Lord of Yunohana. If you visit the castle, he should be happy to grant you an audience.
That makes sense. Thanks.
Well, let's go see if this lord has a ship for us.
Right, he was out when last we came by.
Welcome, travelers. I am Kusatsu Arima IV, Lord of the Baths. Your arrival in our nation has made quite the splash. I hear it, you fight the Empire. If you need anything at all, just say the word. I will happily pool my resources for you.
Thank you, your lordship. As a matter of fact...
Does everyone in this game speak with so many
A
puns?
ship, you say? Why, that's as simple as soap and water.
Oh my goodness.
My favorite lacquered gondola is at the docks, adorned ornately with the Arima family crest. Please, think of it as your own.
Awesome.
Another rowboat. Actually, we were looking for something a bit more ocean-worthy. And bigger.
That's one idea down the drain. And yet, I fear it is my only vessel. If only there were some way to... But no, that's impossible.
What's impossible?
Alas, an intractable clog. If you wish to venture into the open seas, I suggest you wait for a merchant vessel to call at port.
But how long is that gonna take?
What are we gonna do?
Now, my friends, no need to get so lathered up. Come, let us nibble on something sweet, and we shall ponder this bubblesome issue together.
Did you say something sweet?
I did. It just so happens a traveling confectioner was recently drawn to our baths. He presented me with an offering of desserts, but I fear they will be too sweet for my sophisticated palate.
Oh my goodness.
Perhaps you will find them more to your liking.
How many puns can he use?
Hey, I bet these are from that traveling pastry chef we met back in Heartschild.
What luck! Maybe he has a boat for us, too.
It's worth asking. They're all different. let's each pick one, and then we can go look for him.
I don't care much for sweets either, so I'll just have whatever's left over.
Then it's just the three of us. First come, first served. Oh, they all look so yummy. I think I'll have un petit minute. What do you think you're doing? That's the one I wanted.
Settle down, you two. There's no use fighting over cake.
Right, let's unclench those fists now. No, you don't need to crack your knuckles.
I know. Why don't we let you decide who gets first dibs?
Good idea. I'm sure you will choose wisely. Won't you? Murder girl. Why do I feel like I'm being sandbagged? You? I'm trusting you won't be swayed by any saucy wiles. Got it?
Right. Whatever you say. In that case...
Is the wise choice here.
Gosh, really? I can go first? Okay, then. I'll take the mixed nut tart Nirvana. It looks really filling. Well, here goes nothing. Whoa! This is totally amazing! Seriously, it's to die for!
It's that good?
Oh yeah, believe you me. I can't quite describe it, but it's like eating an incredibly delicious forest. Eterni almonds, eisennuts, harinastachios, twilight walnuts. It's chock full of them. The greatest and tastiest nuts in all of Luxembourg, all in one incredible dessert. They're covered in this amazing buttery nougat. The whole thing is sweet and savory and nutty, all at the same time.
They all pick different ones, by the way, so depending on which who you decide to do this, you get a different description, but you're only gonna get one.
It's like my tongue's being tickled by trees.
Sir?
What's got into Tiz? Man, oh man! That must be one serious tart to turn on old Tiz like that! Well, guess it's my turn! Wait, something's not right.
Tiz? Are you okay, sir? Tiz? No, something's definitely not right.
I've seen this look before. Of course, the people in Heartschild! There must have been something in that tart!
Bazooks! Could it have been poisoned?
It was.
I don't know, but we shouldn't eat anymore.
Yep.
Let's throw it out.
That's no way to treat my delectable delicacies.
I remember you. You're the pastry chef from Heartsfest.
What did you put in that tart?
No artificial ingredients, if that's what you're implying. Just pure, unadulterated genius. My creations don't just taste magical, you see. They have certain effects on the eater. These cakes include an extra dash of inspiration I added just for you. Taste and behold the result, my dear diners. A one-way ticket to heaven.
Huh? What's happening? Sir? I'm disappearing. What? What did you do to him?
Didn't we just go over this? My cakes are so divine, anyone who tastes one is whisked straight off to heaven. Of course, in heaven you have no body, and you can't move or talk. I like to call it death by delicious.
You villain! Is this
this what you did to all those poor people in Heartschild too? That's right. And they savored every moment.
Just who the heck are you anyway? Wait, I bet he's working for...
Angelo Ovio Panettone, Pâtissier non parel. Charmed, I'm sure. Personal confectioner to the Kaiser, and proud owner of the Pâtissier asterisk. My boss was sick of you meddling in his affairs, so here I am. Ladies!
Yes, Chef!
Right on cue. Now let's hear it. My sweets are...
To die for!
My face is...
To die for!
And these losers can...
Go to heaven!
It's time for desserts! Lick their plates clean! I am Angelo Panettone, holder of the Pâtissier asterisk. By whisk and by spatula, I create a profusion of pastries, a symphony of sweets. The women of the world swoon at the taste of my delicacies and the sight of my face.
Ghosts can only use magic! Well, good thing I gave that to Tiz now, huh? Yeah, Tiz and Idia would have been okay. Definitely not Magnolia. Well, I didn't see that one coming.
I knew I could count on you. Let's see. I'll take the Lava Strawberry Mousse Supreme. Man, I'm drooling just looking at it. Down the hatch. Oh, it's like a taste of heaven. Oh, I could just die. You must be exaggerating. Nuh-uh. The lava strawberries are perfect. Sweet, with a hint of tartness. And the mousse just evaporates in your mouth. Oh, I've never tasted anything like it. Each bite is pure bliss. I guess it really is that good. Well, time for us to dig in too.
All right! Wait, is she okay?
That's what you get for eating too fast. Whoa. Idia? Idia? Something's definitely wrong. It's like she can't even hear us.
I feel like I've seen this look before. Of course, the people in Heartschild. There must be something in the cake!
Bazooks! Could it have been poisoned? I don't know, but we shouldn't eat anymore. Let's throw it out.
That's no...
I remember you.
What did you put in the cake?
No artificial. My creations... These cakes...
We got a little bit more.
A one-way...
It's different.
What's happening to me?
Idia!
I'm fading out! Help me! Someone help!
What? What did you do to her? Didn't we just go over that?
Of course. I like to call it...
You villain! Is this what you did to all...
That's right.
This doesn't make any sense. Unless you're working for...
Angelo...
There we go.
I am Angelo Panettone, holder of the Pâtissier asterisk. By whisk and by spatula, I create a profusion of pastries, a symphony of sweets. The women of the world swoon at the taste of my delicacies and the sight of my face.
This can only use magic.
the ones who took out Amy?
Wait, you're the darling she was going on about?
Don't remind me. Yes, she was fond of that word. But I assure you, I was not her darling. I show her a little bit of kindness, and the woman is hopelessly enamored with me. Not the first time that's happened, of course. But over and over, sweetie this, darling that. I can't stand the clingy types.
You're a real jerk, you know that? Can't you see that she loved you?
Huh, that's rich, coming from the kid who beat her in battle. You think I wanted to come all the way out here to play babysitter? Yet here I am, all because she couldn't take care of business. That woman continues to give me nothing but grief.
Okay. I'm curious if we can do that.
She was dear to you. Why else would you come looking for revenge?
Revenge? Is that what you think this is about? That girl was nothing more than a tool to me. Like my spatula. If my spatula broke, you bet I'd be annoyed.
I feel sorry for you. I really do. You had someone who loved you that much. And you're calling her a spatula.
You're really starting to get on my nerves. What do you know about me? What happened between Amy and I is our business. So shut up and die already!
I'm not pulling any punches!
Chomp did indeed work. Ah. Ah, that's fun. Double check that that's good. And we're gonna do 2 of that and a 10. Perforator 4 times sounds like a good idea. Missed. Eat wall. Of course. I don't have 3 of anything, do I? Of course not. But I do know that Chomp works on these things now. Half-Seas is nice, but it's still the only thing that I have on that. Come on. I should really stop using remedies, because he just gets the amount of charm the next turn anyway.
Say your prayers!
Nice. He's out of magic. There we go. You gained a level. Fizz gained a level. Good thing ghosts still get experience. And we got a whole bunch of dropped sweets. And the Pâtissier asterisk. Pâtissier. Undermine your foes with an array of deadly desserts. An enfeebling expert favors daggers. Specialty is prolong enfeeble. Job command, confection.
All my work, my genius ruined. My pride, my passion. That I suffer the same fate as that woman is just icing on the bitter cake of defeat. What are you waiting for? Finish me and end this cruel farce. But you don't want to dirty your spotless hands? To think I lost to the likes of you? Then you leave me no choice but to do the deed myself. Heaven, here I come!
What? No! Put down the cake!
This ring. It's that cheap trinket I gave Amy. There's a note tied to it?
To my sweet darling. If you're reading this, I guess it means I'm pushing up daisies. I'm sorry for letting you down. I was never good enough for you. But I loved you more than anyone in the whole wide world. Growing up in the woods, all I ever ate was roots and bark and wild animals and stuff. I didn't even know what cake was until we met. But that first bite I took, holy cow! I couldn't believe anything so sweet could exist in this world. So I decided I'd be sticking with you, whether you liked it or not. If I hadn't have met you, I probably never would have seen the outside of those woods. You made my world a bigger place, darling. Thank you. Your sweet sugar cake, Amy. P.S. You want to know what made me happiest? When I slept in on Sundays and you made me your special pancakes. I'd give anything just to taste them again. So listen, if you ever loved me, even just for a second, do me one last favor. Stop fighting. Open the pancake shop instead. Then everyone in the world can be as happy as I was.
Sweet darling? 1,000 times I asked her. Even now, in my lowest moment of failure, she won't knock it off. Aggravating to the end. That woman.
Oh, where are you going?
Next time we meet, you'll get your just desserts. I'll serve you the best pancakes you've ever had.
Okay, so how does Idia come back?
Phew, he was one tough cookie.
Wait, aren't we forgetting something?
We never asked him how to get Idia back to normal.
Oh no, now what do we do?
We have no idea where he was headed either.
So we just have to leave her like this?
I'm getting a really strong sense she wouldn't like that very much.
Me too. We have to do something.
Well done, my noble friends. You washed the dirty scoundrel right out of our hair. It was a schwitz watching from my comfortable hiding spot, but I never saw a truer display of heroism. If not for your quick action, our peaceful nation would truly be in hot water. As a token of my eternal gratitude, I would bestow upon you a lifetime Yunohana bathport.
Okay.
A bathport?
Yes, like a passport, but with a B and a lisp. With this, you are free to make use of our baths whenever you wish.
That's very generous of you, your lordship, but we don't have much time for hanging out in hot springs. Wait a minute.
Of course! The hot springs! The baths here are supposed to cure all ills. Maybe it would work on Idia too.
Are hot springs really that powerful?
It's worth a try. I'll go get a bucket of water.
Remember, she can't move.
Here it is. Oh, that's hot.
Idia must be somewhere around here. Try splashing it around.
Okay, here it goes.
Ouch! Oh, that is hot, hot, hot!
Look, she's back!
Wow, it really worked!
It's a little scary how powerful that stuff is.
But it's good to have
Yeah.
you back. You're telling me. Sheesh, I thought I was gonna be stuck like that forever.
There's nothing a good bath can't solve. Indeed, cleanliness is next to godliness. Now that that mess is all cleaned up, I insist you stay the night and enjoy our hospitality.
You know, a bath would be good right now. What do you say, everyone? Ooh, that's the ticket.
Tell me about it.
Take a look at this, sir. I've been working out. 20 push-ups and 20 sit-ups every night. What do you think? Am I looking more manly?
You sure are. My routine is 50 each, morning and night, you know.
Wow, sir.
I cannot do that.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I heard all about your bravery from Lord Arima's valet. He tells me you saved our town.
Oh, no. We just did what we had to do.
That's not what I heard. I think you're being far too modest.
Well, it was a tough fight.
In any case, your dinner is ready. Please, enjoy it while it's still hot.
Oh, thanks. That would be awesome.
Oh, thank you. We'll just dry off and be...
Coming! Idia! Idia, you're closed!
Ooh, now that was delicious.
No kidding.
What a feast! I'm completely stuffed. I'm so glad you liked it. It's always nice for a cook to know her efforts weren't in vain.
Wait, you made all this?
Wow.
Oh yes, as the sole employee of this bathhouse, I'm responsible for everything. Cleaning the baths, managing the front desk, preparing the meals, whatever needs to be done.
Wow, she's
Get
impressive.
Out. That's amazing! You're like the Omega weapon of innkeepers!
Why, thank you. I think.
That
It's
was a
nothing,
Final Fantasy
really.
reference.
Will you be retiring for the night soon?
Yeah, I'm pretty sleepy.
Lord Arima sent over a tremendous amount of yuzu, so I prepared yuzu baths for this evening. Perhaps you'd like to enter once more before turning in.
Yuzu baths? What's that?
Yuzu. It's a citrus fruit. You bathe with whole fruits floating in the water.
Ah.
It will warm you to the bones, and it's wonderful for your skin.
That sounds lovely.
Well, I'd hate to miss the chance, so I think I'll try it out.
I would too, but I'm really beat. I think I'll... hit the hay.
Me too. Oh, I might have overdone it. I gotta lie down and digest.
All right, see you later then.
And Magnolia.
Whew, this is the life. The scent of yuzu is so refreshing. I could do this every night. Hey, Magnolia? Are you there?
Yes? What is it?
I just wanted to say, I'm sorry. You know, about the flower, the moon, its customs. I really had no idea.
Don't worry about it. It was my fault for leaping to conclusions. I mean, of course you wouldn't propose to me on our very first meeting. Although, I really was happy. I even considered saying yes. Right then and there.
What? Really? But why?
It's a secret. But it wasn't quite love at first sight, if that's what you're thinking.
A secret? But you'll tell me someday, right?
Peut-être. I'll think about it. Too bad we can't stay like this.
Yeah. The Skyhold is still out there. That's our main worry. And we still need to find an ocean-worthy ship.
I wish we could do something for the people of Heartschild, too. We could bring the spring water to them, but it seems it's not as effective once it cools off.
And as long as they're in that gone to heaven ghost state, they aren't coming here. We can't take the hot springs to them, and we can't bring them to the hot springs. There must be a way.
You seem troubled, my young friends.
Oh, hey. It's this person.
I know that voice. You're the man with the purple pen.
Yep.
That's a curious name you've given me. Though I suppose it's better than stalker or ghost.
I've got another name for you if you want. Peeping Tom.
I assure you, I'd never dream of doing such a thing. My intentions are nothing if not noble. My only desire is to help. Opportunities are like bean sprouts. Use them while you can, or they'll be spoiled before you know it.
Well, that sounds great. But what are you talking about?
Your ship is right before your eyes. Now you need only use it.
What? I don't see any ship.
Lord Arima's intractable clog. I've taken the liberty of tracting it. Anchors away.
Whoa!
Oh, the whole place is a ship!
You? Magnolia? What the heck's going on?
Wasn't us. Honest.
The bathhouse is a
What's with all
ship,
the
isn't it?
racket? I was having such a good sleep.
We were in the bath when the man with the purple pen showed up.
The man with the purple pen?
Yes, I heard him too. You mean he's here? In the bathhouse?
His voice was coming from upstairs. Let's check it out.
Yep, the bathhouse is a ship.
Huh? What's a ship's wheel doing here? Don't tell me.
Yep.
This is where it sounded like the man with the purple pen was.
Well, he's not here now. Where's he always off to so suddenly?
Bathing! She moves! Oh, how many years it has been!
Why, look at this room. I thought it was only for storing the linens.
Your lordship, Sakura.
To think there was a soul who could write her plumbing! Truly, my tub runneth over!
Your lordship, I beg of you, please lend us this vessel. We want to take its healing waters to Heartschild. If the water's still hot, we'll be able to cure the townspeople.
Not content to save our nation alone, you intend to scrub Heartschild free of its troubles as well? It would ill behoove me to throw a wet towel on your ambition. This vessel was the very rubber duck of Yunohana, but from this day forth, she belongs to you. After you have saved Heartschild, journey with her wherever you need to pull the plug on the Kaiser.
Thank you very bath. We shalln't let you down. All right, time to bring the hot springs to Heartschild.
This is a far cry from our old boat.
Yep.
Does anyone know how to pilot it?
More or less.
Oh, someone's been studying.
I imagine alternates had,
Really? Oh, well.
nothing he'd rather do.
Figure it out. All right. I can do this.
Way to go, Idia. Helm, set a course for Heartschild.
Aye, Captain. Bringing her about. Full steam ahead.
My, so this is the coast of Heartschild.
That's right. Hey, wait a minute. You're still on board.
Of course. Why wouldn't I be?
It's just that, we kind of get into a lot of dangerous situations.
Then all the more reason. I'll stay right here. On a perilous journey such as yours, you're bound to have aches and pains from time to time. When that happens, I'll be here to see you're as comfortable as possible.
Does that mean you'll be cooking for us too?
But of course, hot meals thrice daily.
Now that's what I'm talking about!
Alright. Yeah, and we don't park the ship, we just... it just goes away. Which means that we can go to a different beach and it'll show up.
Nope, there's no one inside either.
Everybody went to heaven.
Huh? What's that sound? It's coming from outside the city, and it's getting closer.
Sergeant Sapp, sir! We're almost at Hartschild, sir!
No thanks to this rat's a fracking machine! We should have been here days ago!
Ah.
Don't be too hard on him, Sergeant Sapp, sir. He did his best to only overheat at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, sir.
We could have been the ones to take the city, too! Oh well, might as well mop up. Tear down the walls and level the place. And get a move on, or His Majesty will leave us behind.
He already did.
Huh? Sergeant Sapp, sir. I think someone's coming this way, sir.
No matter. If they get in the way, just, level them too.
What is that?
That's the Imperial insignia on it. What clunky, primitive technology.
It's so cool.
I know, right? It's so rustic and rugged looking.
You two, quit gawking and get ready to fight. It's coming for us.
Ah. Alright then, we're going to have to defend. Weak to water. I really need to heal. Both my healers are down. Vivify. Oh, good. That should make things easier.
Say your prayers!
Climb Mount Fragmentum 0002!
Sir, yes, sir! Increasing boiler temperature!
Don't lower it by mistake, Private, whatever you do. Got it? Huh? I mean it.
I'm back and better than ever.
Boiler temperature at 50%, sir! Boiler temperature at 100%, sir! Ready for liftoff, sir!
Now you're gonna get it!
Climb Mount Fragmentum 0002!
Sir, yes, sir! Increasing boiler temperature!
Don't lower it by mistake, Private, whatever you do. Got it? Huh? I mean it.
Boiler temperature at 50%, sir! Boiler temperature at 100%, sir! Ready for liftoff, sir!
Really?
Climb Mount Fragmentum 0002.
Sir, yes, sir! Increasing boiler temperature!
Don't lower it by mistake, Private, whatever you do. Got it? Eh? I mean it.
I can't hold them together, sir!
Oh, jeez! Glory to the Empire!
I remembered that boss fight. I got a normalizer out of it.
Preposterous! The pride of our army, our next generation super weapon, humbled by 4 mere gutter snipes!
Sergeant Sapp, sir, a message from HQ. It went... Don't worry, I decoded it. Sky fold, diam, and T sales, fro next object I've at dawn. Or something like that, sir. Rect, earn, post, faced, or be ab and dunned. Well, I don't want to be ab or dunned, sir. For more, do not let unit fallen to any my F ands. The end. Ands what? Talk about a cliffhanger, sir. Oh wait, there's also something about a coward Merdial and a firing squid.
Ooh, then we got no choice. Pull the self-destruct lever!
But sir!
Just do it! We can't let the weapon fall into enemy hands!
I can't do it, sir. The lever's broke clean off, sir.
Why, I'll break your... Fine. We'll drive the blasted thing back. About face!
Wouldn't it be faster if we walked? And what about my face, sir?
Just shut up!
Look at that thing clanking and clunking away. What a rust bucket. It's so cool.
I wish I had one. Anyway, now that that's over, what do we do about Heart's child?
We'll need to douse every inch of the city, but how can we do that without the water getting cold?
I know! We could spray the whole town at once with a great big shower!
Yeah, good idea. Let's do that. Idia, you get the giant shower and we'll wait here.
Murder.
You little... No, it is a good idea. There's a fountain in the middle of town. If we just connect that to the bathhouse...
Nice thinking, sir.
Sir?
Don't jinx me.
Anyway, the pipe leading to the fountain should be right over there.
Great. Let's get to work.
Okay, that should do it.
All right, open the valve and start pumping.
Is it raining? But it's so warm. I can see everyone. And look, I can move again.
Awesome.
It worked! The townspeople are back to normal!
We brought the heart back to Heart's child. Good job, everyone.
I'm in your debt again. Thanks to you, I'm feeling as good as ever.
We're happy to see you back on your feet, sir.
But now, he must return to the battlefield. Of course, I'm grateful that he's well again. It's just, a part of me can't help feeling sad as well.
I'm sorry, Eleanor, but I promise I shall return to you unharmed.
Oh, my love.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Getting awful steamy in here. And I ain't just talking about the hot spring.
I've never seen two people who care for each other so deeply. And yet, despite that deep love, their lives force them apart. He must protect the nation, and she must protect their home for when he returns. Their love is suffocated and crushed under the heavy weight of duty. Duty, Such a simple word. Yet it has the power to keep two loving souls apart. In the end, what does such a marriage mean? What is it all for?
I love Magnolia's theme.
Wow. What's gotten into Magnolia?
She seemed really affected by that conversation with the Goodmans.
Maybe being married means even more on the moon than it does down here on Luxembourg.
Still, I know how she feels. What I wouldn't give to experience true love like the Goodmans someday.
Does this mean you're about to launch into a monologue too?
Acceptable.
That's
right, everyone.
Agnes's
Ready
word.
to go? Let's do it! To the Temple of Water!
Sap and Piddler. That giant living armor suit thing was so cool. I know, right? I wish we could have captured it. That steam-spewing hunk of junk? I don't understand what anyone could see in that thing. You must be joking, sir. Did you see how big it was? And all covered in rivets. Built for battle, not looks. It was big, alright. A big pile of smoky, noisy, oily scrap metal. In my humble opinion. Bah! Where's your sense of fun? You sound like my parents! Why do you have to be such a complete sticks in the mud? Gee, Idia, I'd never peg you as a defender of childlike wonder and delight. But how lucky are Sergeant Sap and Private Piddler? They actually get to ride in that thing! But it's weird. A sergeant and a private are pretty low in the ranks. Why would they get to pilot such an advanced weapon? I've got it. Maybe sergeant and private are just call signs. They're actually like the cream of the crop. I don't think so. Wait, so if Sergeant Sap is a sap, does that mean Piddler likes to... Anyway. That must be it. I bet Private Piddler is really the Empire's ace assassin, operating incognito. Just think, we might have just scored a victory over a legendary war hero. I can see the history books now. After his defeat at the hands of the great heroes, Private Piddler hung up his boots. He renounced war and went on to found the Great Piddle Dynasty, a peaceable nation that would prosper for generations to come. Though he reigned as a monarch over this glorious civilization, he remained to the end a man of the people. The one, the only Private Piddler. I love it. We should write a musical. If you two are done piddling, we should probably get going.
Look, the Skyhold is on the move again.
It's headed for the Temple of Water! There's no time to lose. Let's give chase in the... Rub-a-dub! Idia, take the helm.
Hold on. The rub-a-dub?
We have to call it something, right?
The man with the purple pen? The rub-a-dub? Where do you come up with these names? I can't decide if they're strange, or silly, or just way too obvious.
Oh, you don't like it? Well, I had other ideas. The Leisure Liner Bathtastic? Sauna Sloopy? The HMS Hot Spa? Let's just stick with Rub-a-dub.
Rub-a-dub it is!
Oh, wait! How about the Battleship Bubble Bath?
Rub-a-dub moving out!
Look! It's the Skyhold!
There's no doubt about it. It's heading for the Temple of Water.
What in the world?
What just happened?
The Skyhold! It's on fire!
Someone's attacking the Skyhold. But if not us, who?
Memory. The cruelest and most beautiful of gifts. We look back at the days gone by, and only too late see them for what they were. The more we come to learn, the greater our regrets. Our sorrows grow. You may learn truths you wish you had never known. But stay proud. What you believed in yesterday has not lost meaning because of what you learned today. Someday you will see for yourself, when you look back upon your life, that each day served a purpose in shaping you into the person you were meant to be.
To be continued. Hello, I'm Dragon Rider Luke. I'm a Christian streamer, and I'm always up for a friendly chat about my faith. I also think that it's important that people read or hear the Word of God frequently, so the next 5 minutes or so will be a chapter from the Bible. If it feels like I'm skipping around, that's because you're not watching my videos in stream order. Exodus 3. Now Moses was tending the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and he led the flock on to the far side of the wilderness and came to Horeb, the mountain of God. There the angel of the Lord appeared to him in flames of fire from within a bush. Moses saw that though the bush was on fire, it did not burn up. So Moses thought, I will go over and see this strange sight, why this bush does not burn up. When the Lord saw that he had gone over to look, God called to him from within the bush, Moses, Moses. And Moses said, Here I am. Do not come any closer, God said. Take off your sandals, for the place where you are standing is holy ground. Then he said, I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. At this, Moses hid his face because he was afraid to look at God. The Lord said, I have indeed seen the misery of my people in Egypt. I have heard them crying out because of their slave drivers, and I am concerned about their suffering. So I have come down to rescue them from the hand of the Egyptians and to bring them up out of that land into a good and spacious land, a land flowing with milk and honey, the home of the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. And now the cry of the Israelites has reached me. I have seen the way the Egyptians are oppressing them. So now go. I am sending you to Pharaoh to bring my people, the Israelites, out of Egypt. But Moses said to God, Who am I that I should go to Pharaoh and bring the Israelites out of Egypt? And God said, I will be with you, and this will be the sign to you that it is I who have sent you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you will worship God on this mountain. Moses said to God, Suppose I go to the Israelites and say to them, The God of your fathers has sent me to you. And they ask me, What is his name? Then what shall I tell them? God said to Moses, I am who I am. This is what you are to say to the Israelites. I am has sent me to you. God also said to Moses, Say to the Israelites, The Lord, the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, has sent me to you. This is my name forever, the name you shall call me from generation to generation. Go, assemble the elders of Israel, and say to them, The Lord, the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, appeared to me and said, I have watched over you and have seen what has been done to you in Egypt. And I have promised to bring you up out of your misery in Egypt into the land of the Canaanites, the Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites, a land flowing with milk and honey. The elders of Israel will listen to you. Then you and the elders are to go to the king of Egypt and say to him, The Lord, the God of the Hebrews, has met with us. Let us take a 3-day journey into the wilderness to offer sacrifices to the Lord our God. But I know that the king of Egypt will not let you go unless his mighty hand compels him. So I will stretch out my hand and strike the Egyptians with all the wonders that I will perform among them. After that, he will let you go. And I will make the Egyptians favorably disposed toward this people, so that when you leave, you will not go empty-handed. Every woman is to ask her neighbor and any woman living in her house for articles of silver and gold and for clothing, which you will put on your sons and daughters, and so you will plunder the Egyptians. May God bless the reading of his word. Chapter 3, Up, Up, and Away.
The skyhold's really burning. It's headed for the other side of the mountains.
Looks like it took some real damage.
Agnes, are you all right?
Huh? Oh, yes, I am fine. There was a jolt just now, but... Oh, drat!
She seems fine. What's wrong?
That jolt scattered my knitting supplies all about the room. Simply can't find my red yarn anywhere. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Was there something you needed?
Someone attacked the skyhold.
Attacked? But who?
We're not sure. Can you tell us how things are there?
I see considerable smoke, and everyone is racing about outside. It seems there are quite a few wounded as well. Oh, I do hope everyone is okay.
Got it. Given the situation, there's no telling what'll happen next. Take care of yourself. And Agnes, I can see your red yarn under the suit of armor behind you. The one on your right?
Oh, Diz, thank you so much.
Well, at least we know she's doing fine. Almost more than fine from the sound of it.
Yeah.
But what was that light? Who could be attacking the skyhold?
A transmission from Fatloon. Appleberry, what's going on?
I was hoping you could tell me, Magnolia. We picked up a massive SP reading from Luxembourg just now.
SP? From Luxembourg?
The numbers were completely off the charts. You don't know anything about it?
We saw a huge beam of light just now. Could that be...
A beam of light, you say? We'll need to know more. Investigate it, Ballbuster.
Roger that. I'll notify you once I've learned more.
Magnolia, what's going on? SP readings?
You remember the energy stored in my hourglass, right? That's SP. The instruments on the moon detected an SP energy signature. A big one.
Meaning there's someone in Luxembourg other than us who can control SP?
It would appear so. But my hourglass is a guarded treasure of the moon. There shouldn't be anything like it here.
It doesn't have any connection to SP that I know of, but why don't we ask around Florum? It's not far from here.
Good idea. Maybe someone there will know something.
An attack? Impossible!
I must deny that claim. There is nothing impossible in this world.
Aren't we carefree? Well, I'll tell you what else is possible if they hit us again. We'll go down in flames.
Did the blast rouse our little scamp from slumber?
Wouldn't that be peachy? I'll reinforce the seal before we find ourselves in an even stickier situation. What a bother. I suppose we'll have to hide out in the mountains for a while.
Hiding will bring us no closer to our objective. We must unmask the villain who attacked us.
Your Majesty, we're quite near to Florum, land of radiant flowers. As a stronghold of crystalism, I consider it suspect. If your loyal lieutenant might beg a boon, please entrust the task of investigating it to me.
Indeed. But your request is denied.
Your
Hello?
Majesty.
There is another better suited to the task.
Another? You cannot mean to unleash...
Oh no,
Geist.
it's Geist.
I would not question your Majesty, but... is he not too... unpredictable? His methods are inhumane. The threat to innocent bystanders.
Welcome, that random Christian gamer and raiders. Thanks for raiding. Kingdom Hearts. Chain of Memories. Oh, the card game one, right? I imagine you're having fun with that?
It is his inhumane talents that will find the one responsible for this. Now is exactly the time to use him. Anna, let Geist take his pick of soldiers and dispatch him to Florum at once.
With pleasure, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, are you sure this is wise? Knowingly putting innocents in harm's way? Sire, I must repeat myself for good measure.
Your objections are duly noted, Nikolai. I bear full responsibility for any evil. Furthermore, if I sent you to Florum, who would tend to our wounded here? The consummation of our struggle is at hand.
Florum, land of radiant flowers. Me too.
I've always wanted to visit Florum. It truly is as radiant as they say.
A beautiful land of flowers where only women can live. Nourished by the pristine waters of the water crystal. Cité de fleurs! I've never seen a city bloom so beautifully. Ah, when was the last time everyone was this stirred up? Don't slow down now! Come on, let's get back to staging!
Staging for what? You don't think... Let's go find out.
Alright, Benediction. Target recovers 100% of their maximum HP. The spell can be group cast and will deal damage to undead foes. HP recovered will be capped at 4999 when not using Bravely Second. It's capped at 6 nines when using Bravely Second. In case you're wondering, this spell is why there are 0 undead bosses in this game until you have beaten it and are doing the New Game Plus. This spell is why. Resurrect revives the target from KO to full HP. And Spirit, strike your foes with a non-elemental attack. Potency increases proportional to magic attack and intelligence. Then we have Lucky Day, boosts ability success rate for the target, and Elemental Mirror creates an element reflecting barrier.
The festival is almost upon us! Remember, many hands make light work! We're on it!
That's right. The Sacred Flower Festival is around this time of year.
A sacred flower? You mean there's gonna be another festival? Yep. Every year, Florum holds a pageant to recognize the most beautiful girl in the nation. All the girls who think they deserve that title enter, but only one can win. First goldfish scooping, now a beauty contest? Life in Luxembourg is so exciting!
Idiot, don't give Magnolia the wrong idea. The Sacred Flower Festival is a religious tradition. The people of Florum choose a pure maiden to pray for good harvest that year. Though at some point, looks did seem to become the deciding factor.
If I might interrupt, you're wrong about that. It's true that things did get a bit superficial, but everything changed 2 years ago.
Oh, when we fixed things.
Now we're really looking for inner beauty.
Awesome.
And that's not all. It may once have been a competition for girls, but we're even letting men compete this year.
Okay,
In addition
then.
to choosing a flower maiden, this festival will have a bloom groom too.
But it's for inner beauty, so sure, whatever.
So that explains it. I thought there were a lot more men around than usual.
You hear that, you? Boys can enter too. How about it?
Me? No, thank you. I'm no good at being in the spotlight.
I think it's a fantastic idea, you. You're sure to win.
I wouldn't stand a chance. Tiz, on the other hand, he has the inner qualities they want, plus rugged good looks to boot. He'd be a shoo-in.
Come on, you. Now you're making me blush. Besides, you won't catch me up there in some skimpy outfit.
What about a skimpy outfit?
Well, when it was a contest for girls, most of them wore outfits that showed off their, physical assets? It sounds like things have changed, but I figure the entrants still dress racy.
I see. I definitely should sit this one out.
Don't write yourself off so quickly. The competition is open to all who are interested. No pre-registration required.
At any rate, I guess the people here didn't have anything to do with the attack on the Skyhold.
Well, let's at least check with the matriarch. She's in charge here, so if anyone knows what's going on, it'll be her. Her residence should be just over there.
Oh, that's good, at least. We got the beauty contest back where it should be. Well, no, it's not, because in FF7 it was for girls only. And, 2 years ago, Agnes came here and she wore her religious gear, and she gave a speech that, said she was looking for her friend. She lost, for obvious reasons, but then everything fixed, but it seems everything fixed itself after that. Hey, do you guys know the tale? Setanta turned for home, and there he found the welcome cold and bare. Outside the walls did he despair. Upon Setanta fell their cries, insults, curses, hurtful lies. So did the people him despise. Why, Setanta, why? Dub Segland had to sigh, then he gave the reason why. Mayhaps you're cursed as they're afraid, so go to hell, live in the shade. Perhaps that is where true friends are made. Really? I didn't expect that line.
Lady Matriarch, it's a pleasure to see you again.
Master Tiz and Miss Ilia, welcome back to Florum. How might I be of assistance to you today?
We were wondering if you had any idea who attacked that flying fortress.
I fear I do not. Many saw that light arcing through the heavens, but we have no idea where it came from.
Darn. I guess we ought to fill you in on the situation while we're here. That flying fortress is called the Skyhold, and it's under the control of this Kaiser Yahoo, who also kidnapped Agnes. And now it looks like his next target is the water crystal.
A troubling turn of events indeed. We must take swift action. We shall invoke a shield around the crystal at once. Sylvie, come here, child. This is our Vestaling, Sylvie. Once her shield protects the crystal, it will be beyond the reach of any human hand.
In that case, Sylvie, how would you like to come along to the Temple of Water with us?
Temple of Water. There's the proper level it should be at.
So this is the water crystal. And this is how it's supposed to be glowing?
Yep.
Probably. I don't get a stinging sensation from this light.
Sylvie, can we ask you to shield the crystal?
Whoa. Even I feel reinforced. Way to go!
Now we can breathe easier. Thank you for helping us, Sylvie.
Yeah, thanks, Sylvie. Now, why don't we get you back to the matriarch?
The Festivals of Florum. The Sacred Flower Festival, huh? That sure takes me back. Tell me about it. Remember Anya standing up on that stage in her Vestal garb? Huh? Her Vestal garb? The same garb Vestals wear when communing with the crystals? Exactly! Anya's was a real knockout in them. Didn't take part in the competition, Idia? Idia wasn't a contestant, but she was a real knockout too in her Bravo bikini. Youch! Ahem. I think that's enough out of you, Tiz. Back to the present, though. Look at that poster. The 48th Annual Sacred Flower Festival. 48th? Last time we came here, it was the 47th festival, right? So, does that mean they didn't hold one last year? Seems there was a debate about what to do with the festival, whether it should be reclaimed as a purely religious observance, or if they should preserve the pageantry in some form. They didn't get around to holding it until this year. That makes sense. Oh, and isn't it Florum that holds the Reunion Festival every 4 years? Yeah, they launched so many fireworks it said as soon as one reunion ends, they have to prepare for the next one. Wow, sounds like a lot of work. Ah la vache! The party never stops in Florum. What a lovely nation. Speaking of work, we still have a job to do. Let's get Sylvie back to the matriarch.
I'm most relieved to see you all back with us. Oh! You must have been nervous. Thank you, Sylvie. You did very well.
Sylvie was great. The water crystal is safe and sound thanks to her.
Comforting news indeed. We can all feel secure now. Tonight is the very evening of our annual Sacred Flower Festival. If you are able, won't you join us for the festivities?
Mais oui! I wouldn't miss it for the world.
It'll be good to relax just a bit. Let's see what all the excitement is about.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Let the 48th Sacred Flower Festival begin. And now, I'm proud to introduce the contenders for this year's Flower Maiden and Bloom Groom. Let's give them all a big round of applause.
At least I don't see Geist there.
Ah la vache! Look at all the handsome men and lovely ladies.
I wouldn't have stood a chance.
Even if it's all about inner beauty now, it doesn't change the fact that the contestants are all real lookers. You sure dodged a bullet there, huh, Tiz? Oh, and after I went through all the trouble of finding this revealing outfit.
Really, Magnolia? Really, Magnolia?
That outfit is exactly why I refused. Look, it's about to start.
How does one compete for inner beauty anyway?
I guess they'll each go up on stage and try to express their best qualities.
Boasting about what a good person you are sounds kind of counterproductive.
Yeah.
And now, it's time for our contestants to tell us all just what makes them so wonderful. First up, we have entry number 1, Miss Burdett. How great are you?
Well, I'm not just like totally hot. I also do like volunteer work and stuff. And I totally like love animals.
Did you just hear a scream? I did. It sounded like it came from the city gates.
And it didn't sound good. We should check it out.
Spit it out, woman. Who attacked the Skyhold?
I don't know.
Confess, or suffer the consequences.
Oh, somebody help!
Leave her alone!
At least it's not Geist.
Wait, you're, It's Eugenie Olcha. In that case, kill them all!
I'm sure they're weak to lightning. Yep.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Don't worry, just doing our job.
But it looks like we're not done yet.
Leave me alone! Help! Somebody help!
Blast it! They're all over the city!
This could get ugly real quick. We gotta alert everyone. I'll head to the stage. You guys hold things together here.
Roger that.
We'll meet up when we're done here.
Idiot, be careful.
And last but not least, our final contestant.
You look special.
Entry number 8, Alphonse. How great are you?
When it comes to inner beauty, none can compare to yours truly. Behold, even with my stunningly good looks, I do not have a conceited bone in my body. I treat even the riffraff of society with dignity, and am the epitome of gentlemanly largesse.
This year's contestants are fine in the looks department. But when it comes to inner beauty...
Yeah.
Shoot, just as I thought. No one's noticed the city is under attack.
What's this? Do we have a last-minute entry here?
My lovely lass, while I appreciate your gumption, I'm afraid it is still my turn to...
I ain't here to compete. Move it! Everyone, listen up! The Empire's attacking the city! Get to safety at once!
What?
Safety?
There's Geist.
There will be no safety, ideally.
Who the? Another of the Kaiser's minions?
I am Geist. Geist the Bloody. I will ask. The Skyhold. Who led the attack?
These people don't know anything!
Preposterous. But have it your way. Perhaps their corpses will be more talkative.
monster!
Oh, did I kill them? Do forgive me. Undo.
Huh? Wasn't I just cut down to size? My wound, it's gone.
Behold my power. The power to make anything that happens unhappen.
So you saved us?
After killing
Saved you? Oh, yes. I'll save you over and over, that I might be hurting you all the more. I cut you down and bring you back, and cut you down and bring you back, over and over and over again. Your wounds may disappear, but the horror and pain will remain. If you talk, perhaps, I will show you mercy. We do hope that someone here knows who attacked us. For if not, I will make it as if every last one of you never happened.
No, please. I'm too handsome to die.
I think not. Block all the roads. No one leaves the city until we have answers.
Yes, sir.
Like little rats in a trap, you will not be escaping my realm of torture.
You sadistic freak! The people of Florum had nothing to do with the attack! Take this!
Oh, the girl has some bite, but it means nothing. Undo!
What?
Do your worst. Every blow will be undone.
Which is why this fight is awful.
You have no chance of victory. No hope for escape. Your friends are busy playing with my soldiers. No one will come to help you. You can only sit and submit to my inquisition. Just like the good people of Florum.
Stop it! They really don't know anything. Can't you just leave them alone?
As you wish. Then we shall begin with you. Perhaps I will lop off your ears first, and next your fingers. Then your limbs, one by one. But I'll leave you your eyes and your tongue. It would be a shame if you could not look on your body in pieces and cry your secrets to me with your dying breaths.
Step no closer.
Who do you think you are?
Alternus! What are you doing here?
Whenever you are in peril, there I will be. I will protect India against any foe.
You are in my way. Time that you disappear.
Alternus, are you alright?
Never better. Way to strike! strike.
Minus strike.
The more pain I suffer, the more powerful I become.
Impressive.
My blade knows no mercy. My wounds become yours. This is the way of the Dark Knight. Gladly I give my own life to vanquish my foe. Care to wager on which comes first? Me running out of life to give, or you falling to my blade?
We may be made to clash, you and I. Your proposition amuses me, but I have had enough amusement for today. We will meet again. I suggest you say farewell to your loved ones before we do.
Thank you, Alternus. You saved me again.
And that is all that matters to me, Idia. I would come running from the farthest corner of Luxembourg if only you called my name.
Alternus.
Whoa! What a power couple! The girl who risked her own life to save our city, and the dashing knight who came to her rescue.
Why, they're our saviors! Who better to be our flower maiden and bloom groom? No doubt about the inner beauty of these two selfless souls. What? Wait, you got it all wrong.
A power couple, they say?
Without further ado, let us resume the festivities. Our final contenders are these two last-minute entrants, Idia and Alternus. Let's hear some noise from all of you who think they deserve to be this year's Flower Maiden and Bloom Groom. What a reception! Looks like we have a runaway winner. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you your Flower Maiden and Bloom Groom, Idia and Alternus. Let's give them another round of applause. Wouldn't you all like to know a little more about our new winners? I know I would. Tell us, how does it feel to be voted the finest couple in Floral?
Couple.
Not too bad. It seems that even with my helmet donned, I cannot hide my manly charms.
What the? Cool your jets there, Buckethead.
Yes, well, this year's contest does place an emphasis on inner beauty over mere good looks. And the beauty within you two has clearly charmed our audience today.
I have every confidence that Idia would have been chosen even if the contest was still one of looks alone.
Ah, can it, Alternus?
Whoa, what's going on here? Sir Alternus, what are you doing here?
You guys, can you believe this? They chose us to be their flower couple or whatever. Us! Vraiment? How wonderful!
Oh, might you be friends of the Flower Maiden and her Bloom Groom? We'd love to hear your impressions as well.
I'm not quite sure what's going on, but good job, Idia.
Yeah, way to go, you two.
Sit on a cryo, a fellow she stashed one. I don't quite follow.
No, all I meant was... You're just magnifique. Truly a couple for the ages.
Oh, elle a bien dit incroyable. Who is this girl? And why does she speak our tongue?
Alright. So, when we come back next time, I will be heading out and trying to figure out what caused that huge laser. I wonder what it was. I don't recall. At any rate, that's going to be all for today, so thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.